Yeah. Welcome to part 2 of What If the Hokage debriefed Naruto after the Mizuki incident. Last time on Naruto, Team 7 went on the Land Waves mission and encountered Zabuza for the first time. During the fight, Kakashi is again trapped in the water prison, and Naruto is able to free him using his new technique, the Shadow Clone Theater, which he uses shadow clones combined with his transformation technique to confuse the opponent. The end result is Kakashi getting freed and Zabuza being beaten for the first time, although Kakashi is exhausted. I know I forgot to mention in the last video that Naruto's training regimen has not gone unnoticed in the village by a certain stalker, who questions her sensei Kurenai about the multiple Narutos running around the village. Kurenai, seeing a unique opportunity here, brings up the matter to the Hokage, asking permission to teach the Genin the Shadow Clone Jutsu, seeing the benefits of combining the Byakugan and Shadow Clones for even better scouting missions. Hokage agrees with the idea and also knows about the girl's sentiment towards his adopted grandson, agrees to the order, and actually sets her up to have her Shadow Clone train with Ebisu Sensei as well. However, Hinata's chakra reserves aren't high enough for that yet, so it spends several weeks of her creating shadow clones and then before she's able to get the reserves up to make a shadow clone that can last the whole day. This coincides with the Land of Waves mission, with her meeting Ebisu for the first time. It's when Naruto shows up to tell Ebisu that he's going to be going on a mission for a few weeks and needs a homework assignment, basically. This, of course, with Naruto showing up, Hinata blushes, faints, and is out of commission for a while Konohamaru smirks knowingly. Naruto leaves on his mission, and Hinata is just going to have to wait. Now, back at the plot, Kakashi wakes up realizing that Zabuza is still alive and needs to train his team, to combat them whenever the fight continues. He teaches them the tree climbing exercise, which Naruto, having spent a lot of time training his chakra control with Ebisu, is able to do it almost as easily as Sakura does, while Sasuke still fails. So while Sasuke continues to practice tree climbing, Kakashi teaches Sakura and Naruto water walking, which I can't understand why he didn't teach Sakura water walking in the original story either, but in any case. Naruto, of course, having poor chakra control, struggles pretty bad with water walking, where Sakura can almost picks it up immediately, but she doesn't have the stamina to do it for more than a couple seconds. So Kakashi basically tells them to keep going until they can do it for the entire day, or at least a couple hours, which Sakura has not the reserves for, so she's got to build those up, while Naruto needs to work on his control. It's during this time that they actually start feeling a mutual respect for each other. Naruto finally recognizing that Sakura is as smart as she thinks she is, while Sakura realizing that Naruto is very determined with his training, even though when he's having a really hard time of grasping the concept. They could almost be considered friends at this point. It's also during this time that Haku meets a clone of Naruto. So just like Naruto went to visit Ebisu before going on his mission, he also visited Iruka, who assigned him other homework, this time in the more academic sense. This clone is performing that homework assignment in the forest where Haku is picking herbs to help Zabuza recover. After they're having their conversation about what real strength is and what's important to them, and Haku saying that she's a boy, which we're not sure if that's true or not. I haven't decided that yet, so I'll leave that in a poll down below, or not poll, in the comments section down below. Anyways, back to the plot. Sasuke pushes himself harder than it does in the original story and is able to learn tree climbing a day earlier than normal, and starts working on water walking with the other two. Naruto, really trying to make it to that, learn the technique, pushes himself too far and suffers from chakra exhaustion on the day that the bridge battle is due to start. Sakura, even though is somewhat stronger than she was in canon, is still not up to the task, and the fight boils down to Kakashi versus Zabuza and Haku versus Sasuke. Sasuke does have the upper hand at first until Haku uses the Demon Ice Mirrors. Excuse me. It is at this point that Naruto does his dramatic entry, just like he does in the original story. Once again using his Shadow Clone Theater technique, this time turning into dozens of Sasuke clones before bum rushing the ice mirrors. Haku uses his Zembos to dispel the clones, but whenever the smoke settles, Sasuke is on the outside of the mirrors. He retreats back to Sakura, and they have a standoff with Haku, knowing that the ice mirrors are very chakra intensive and is doubtful that he could make the mirrors again if he dispels them, but at the same time, dispelling them now takes away his speed advantage. Now over with Kakashi and Zabuza. At the same time that Naruto made his grand entry, several Kakashis made their way on the scene, and Zabuza is now surrounded by 10 Kakashis. While Naruto is doing his best to imitate Kakashi, Kakashi's using his Sharingan to imitate Naruto, imitating him. So Zabuza's lost track of the original. So he's unable to figure out which ones are clones. They all attack, and although most of them are doing rather kamikaze attacks, but are ending up being scratches and cuts on Zabuza, while he cuts them down one or two at a time. After barely 30 seconds, there's only one Kakashi left. Zabuza goes over to strike, only for Kakashi to pull apart his vest to reveal explosive tag. It blows up. Although Zabuza is able to avoid the blast, he still takes some damage. And it's at this moment you hear growls as several ninja hounds grapple Zabuza to the ground. Haku, realizing that his master is in trouble, is about to act when a flare goes up in the sky. Kakashi reveals that after Haku and Naruto met in the woods, Naruto wasn't an idiot and actually told Kakashi about the interaction. Kakashi had Naruto follow Haku back to Gado's base, where he's used his transformation technique to infiltrate the base. And once Zabuza and Haku went off to the attack, Naruto used his shadow clones to incapacitate all the bodyguards, because even a full-grown mercenary isn't quite up to the task of fighting a genin. So, Gato has been defeated, and Zabuza is now offered the chance to now take a contract with Kakashi to protect the bridge builder for the next 2 weeks while the bridge is getting finished. And that's where we're going to leave you for today. Please put in the comments below whether Haku is going to be a boy or girl in this story. Thanks.